One person who doesn't want Mr. Trump to run in 2024, apparently, is former Attorney General William Barr. In his new book, One Damn Thing After Another, Barr blames the former president for the Capitol Hill riot while calling for a new nominee. Let's bring back our panel, Ford O'Connell, Melanie Collette. Melanie, I have not really felt like President Trump was going to run again. But looking at that this weekend, it's like, you know what? Maybe he is.
I don't know, but I am enjoying the way he's just playing cat and mouse with the left.
And he started looking forward. Yeah, what he
like,
did different, I don't think he spent a lot of time talking about what went wrong with the last election. He starts talking about, you know, I did this, I was anti that, I was anti that, and actually laying out reasons for people to vote for him.
He did, and listen, and he won the straw poll without him in the mix. I think DeSantis was at like 68% with the straw poll. But I listen. I think he may just run. I listen. Bill Barr, Attorney General Barr, not thrilled about it, but he sounds like a disgruntled employee. I'm sorry, he does. We know that President Trump's temperament is not the best. We know that.
Yeah, surprise.
That was not a news alert that anyone needed to know. But
right.
His policies were on point. I would venture to say we would not be on the verge of a third world war. We would not have sky-high inflation if President Trump, even your leftists has to admit that things were better under President Trump than under President Biden.
Even a leftist, Ford. Now we turn the floor. We turn the floor over to Ford O'Connell, who owns Florida, and now we'll proceed to put everything in proper perspective.
I've been telling you every other week for more than a year now, Bob, that President Trump's going to run. In fact, he increased his standing in the CPAC straw poll, up 4% from last year. He's the unquestioned leader of the Republican Party. It's not just the rallies on Newsmax. It's also his control over policy and the fact that his campaign vehicles have more money than both political parties. And let's talk about Bill Barr for a second. Bill Barr was never a Trump guy. He was Bush 41's Attorney General first. And unfortunately, now that he's out of the Trump White House, he has to get in good graces with the swamp in Washington, D.C. so he can go back to his legal career. So what's he do? He trashes Trump. You want to get in good with the swamp? Trash Trump. It's really that simple.
Yeah, and Ford, I was thinking, I hope he made a lot of money on that because obviously politically he's going to be dead to Republicans, at least if it maintains Mr. Trump as kind of being the leader of it. He's not going to be any part of the future.
I think that's exactly right. And even let's just say President Trump doesn't run, you're going to have a Floridian in the White House, and both of them, and all the Florida politicians are paying attention to the fact
I was just going to turn to Ron DeSantis. I was just going to turn to Ron DeSantis. So, Melanie, you know, if Trump decides, you know, who needs the hassle, DeSantis does have very solid support.
Right. He was at 68% without Trump in the race. And I think that's a very good thing. And you don't have the mean tweet.
Getting right to the point, hiring ideal agent, I wish we would have done that sooner and we would have saved 6 months.
And they can go ahead and vote for Ron DeSantis and they don't have to whine about the mean tweet. Just get over it.
You know, you remember, Ford, when CPAC used to be, it wasn't really the Republican Party. It was way to the right of where the Republican Party is. So which, did the party move toward them or they moved toward the Republicans?
Well, I think, look, CPAC back since 1975, 76, Ronald Reagan in Washington, D.C. It's sort of always been a nebulous thing, but I think that CPAC is a better representation over the last 5 to 6 years due to Matt and Mercedes Schlapp because of the conservative movement that ties it.
Unfortunately, I got to run. Ford O'Connell, Melanie Collette, thank you so much for being with us today. Bob.